I am going to present the internship project presentation AI food delivery app using full stack development using Stack. Introduction. Good morning everyone. During my internship, I learned full stack development using the Stack and developed a complete food delivery web application called AI food delivery app. In this presentation, I will explain the technologies used, project, architecture, implementation, challenges, and demonstrate the following application. Interview overview. Okay. During the internship, I learned how to use full stack development, how to take APIs from many applications, and how to use MongoDB and use Git and GitHub and deployment and use its repository. Okay. During the internship, I learned Menstack, build REST APIs, connect backend and frontend, use MongoDB, authentication using JWT, deploy application, Git version control. What is a full stack development? A full stack development is a versatile software engineer who can build both the front-end client-side user interface and the back-end server-side database of a website or application. They handle everything from designing what users see to managing how data is processed behind the scenes. In this Menstack, I used MongoDB, NoSQL database, Express.js, backend framework, React.js, front-end UI, Node.js, JavaScript runtime. In the front-end, I use React.js, HTML, CSS Bootstrap to backend, Node.js, Express.js to database, the MongoDB. In the projects, I have user registration, login, restaurant listing, search restaurants, menu display, shopping cart, place order, admin panel, restaurant management. Okay, I am going to do project architecture. Okay, I am going to show my backend. The backend is the server side part of the application. It is responsible for handling client requests, processing business logic, communicating with the MongoDB database, authentication, users, and sending responses back to the frontend. The backend is built using Node.js, Express.js, MongoDB, Mongo, JWT authentication. The backend folder structure has config, cloudinary, config.env, env, database.js, and controllers. Inside controller folder, we have AI controller, auth controller, cart controller, coupon controller, put item control.js, menu controller, order controller.js, payment controller, restaurant controller. In the middleware, we have authorize roles.js, chat, assigns errors.js, errors.js. In models, we have cart model, coupon models, food items, menu.js, order.js, restaurant.js, user.js. In node models, we have many items, just install it using NPI. There are many and many you have to use. Install these libraries to route. In route we have AI route.js, auth.js, cart.js, openroutes.js, federation.js, menu.js, order.js, payments.js, restaurant count.js, restaurant. In services we have AI.service.js, AI review analyzer. In utils we have API choosers.js, email.js, error.js, student.js, open.js. In view we have faucet and the image and the app.js, cd.js and the logo image and package block.json and package.json server. This is the structure of our backend. Okay, next I'm going to explain server.js. Okay. In server.js, the purpose is serverless use is the entry point of the backend responsibilities, load environment variables, connect to MongoDB, configure Cloudinary, start the Express server, close static, it starts the server, load.env, connect MongoDB, load app.js, list on port 4000. Example, a connect database, the next constant server equal to app.listen process.env.port. This connects database and starts the server. Next, app.js. Okay, its purpose is creates and configures the Express application responsibilities, enable font, phrase, JSON, request, register, all browse, handle errors. Example, app.use express.json bracket. This converts incoming JSON into JavaScript objects. Routes are registered like this. App.use app.use body pressure like this. When a request comes, express checks this route. Example, get API /eat /v1 eat for next restaurant route. Next it goes to restaurant controller. Next it goes to MongoDB. Next it goes to response. Next the routes folder. The routes folder. These routes define API endpoints. Example, router.post login control.login, meaning when the frontend sends post login, express executes auth controller.login. Routes only define URLs, they do not contain business logic. Next is controller folder. Controllers contain the application logic. Example, export.login equal to machine. Responsibilities, read receive data, valid input, query database, generate response. Sign up controller, user.create. Using this we can sign up. Creates a new user. What are the steps means? User fills registration form, controller receives data, password is hashed, user saved into MongoDB, JWT token generated, response sent, login controller workflow, receive email and password, find user, compare password, compare the password and generate the JWT. Next is send token. Example, const user is equal to await user dot find one email. Success the MongoDB password comparison bcrypt dot compare. This compares encrypted password. JWT generation. JW dot find creates a secure authentication token models folder. Models define database collections. Example, user model const user schema equal to new Mongo schema. Fields name, email, password, phone number, role, avatar, restaurant model stores restaurant. The restaurant model stores the restaurant name, address, images, location, and it is and we can select veg or non-veg. Menu model are the model folder. In menu model we have category, food item. In order model it stores customer, cart items, payment, and order status. In the middleware, okay, three are the middleware. Append roles are the caches and errors are the middleware runs before controller. Example, protect outflow. User requires to read JWT token to verify token, allow access, authentication, middleware, authorize roles, admin. Only admin can access TK. Example, post slash restaurants. Only admin can create restaurants. Cache against middleware. Cache against errors. Purpose automatically caches against errors instead of try catch error. We simply write catch against error against request comma response comma next equal to abbreviator symbol curly braces. We write what we want. Then we get in database Mongo. Okay, okay. In the database MongoDB stores all project data. Example, in the database Data Explorer, connect the food app. It stores the cart, coupons, food items, menus, orders, restaurants, user, user name and Mongo is used to communicate with MongoDB. Example, restaurant.find return all restaurant JWT authentication. The workflow is sign up, password, MongoDB login, JWT created next to cookie store, then protected roles. It does not show password and hides everything. Um, when user opens the application, react content next to Axios, next to Express root, next to controller, next to MongoDB, next to response, next to rest, next to UI updated. This is the image code. As image, this is the name of the restaurant. It is the because it is veg or not is the address and rating. This Mongo is connected with the structure and shows every data we get. Error handling. New error handler user not found 404 provides meaningful error messages. Global error middleware. All application errors are handled in one place. Example app.u.error middleware. Next, Cloudinary used for image storage, restaurant images, user avatar, food images, workflow, upload image, Cloudinary image URL stored in MongoDB, displayed in front. Okay, the next one is Stripe. In the Stripe app we used for online payments, the workflow is checkout, ship payment, payment success, order created, the features of backend, user authentication, JWT authentication, password encryption, restaurant management, menu management, cart management, order management, image upload, payment integration, error handling. Conclusion: the backend access the brain of the application. It receives from the reacts to front validates data, performs business logic through controllers, interacts with the MongoDB database using Mongoose, authenticates users with JWT, manages images with Cloudinary process, payments history, and finally sends secure response back to the front-end device architecture keeps the application organized, secure, and scalable. Next, the structure of the front-end. In the front-end, we have node models. The models we are used for this that first one node models, public images, other images in studio, and .avi file and second that config.js and index document to the front page of application and package location and package location and and white dot config. Next, inside SRC we have asset folder, common, select and app.css and index.css and main.js. In assets we have many images, react.html and white.html. In components we have five-fold car.js, order purchase.js, CSS, count.css, and loader we have footer.js, setter.js, loader.js, text.js. In order we have list order.css, list order.js, order details. In users instead we have login.js, profile.js, register.js, update profile.js, count restaurant.js, food item.js, home.js, unit.js, cooking.js, restaurant.js. In index we have two folders. First one action is inside cart action.js, menu action.js, order action.js, restaurant action.js, action action.js. Inside this five folder we have cart slice.js, menu slice.js, order.js, restaurant slice.js, user slice.js, test.js. Inside the user we have app.js. This is the front end. Postman. Using this Postman app, we can test our API client, debug, and document backend routes before connecting them to the front end. Uh, we use Postman implementer for decoupled backend testing, no UI dependency, isolate bugs, advanced request payload handling, testing authentication. You can pass JSON web token visibility, simulating complex data environment, variable management, seamless switching, token passing, organizing with collections, grouped routes. You can save individual points, one click execution. Uh, Normally we use Postman for testing a post user route, inspecting errors, API documentation. The front-end overview, technology stack, React.js, White, Redux Toolkit, React Router, Axios, CSS, Bootstrap for whichever you are using. Users homepage displays all available restaurants, searches and browse restaurants, sort restaurants by rating and reviews, filter pure veg restaurants, restaurant details, show restaurant information, show restaurant information, display available food items, menu, shows ratings and reviews, cart in the cart, add food items to the cart, update quantity, remove items, display total amount, user authentication, login and register pages, user information stored securely, protected routes for authenticated users, deduct state management, restaurant data, menu data, cart data, user data, and reduct have responsive design works on desktop and mobile devices. Front-end workflow, user React components, Redux action, Axios API call, Express management, Mongoose response, Redux source, React UI update, SNG folder picture, SRC components, pages, Redux actions, slices, source.js, services, details, app.js. The front end is built using React and White to provide a fast and responsive user interface. Redux Toolkit manages this application state, including restaurants, menus, cart, and user data. Axios is used to communicate with the Express backend through REST API. User can browse restaurants, view menus, add food to their cart, and manage orders through an intuitive interface. The front-end is designed to be responsive and updates dynamically based on data received from the backend. Is the front-end. So, in the flow of get restaurant, the component UI goes inspectors action. Component dispatches the get restaurant next is slice action. The action is handled by restaurant slice. API call is made to fetch restaurant store. Redux store. The store is updated with the fetch restaurant data. Router navigation based on the state or response navigate to the restaurant state. Complete flow. User traffic gets restaurant. Components dispatches get restaurant. Complete flow. Summary. Slice handles the action and makes API call. Store updated with restaurant data. Router navigates to the restaurant. Next is the app.js code. The component structure is router, the browser router, code class name equal to app. Next we go to the header and the container field. Next goes to the router. Next is the path. Next is the create each store event, keyword, each store. So this is the home page. This is the result page. This is the page. Footer, how it was browser router. As router returns to changes in the browser URL. Route holds all the route destinations and matches the current URL. Route each route as a path and then element component to render in the path matches. Matched component, the matching component whom or menu is rendered into the layer between header and footer. Key point navigation is handled on the client side, so the page does not reload only the required component is rendered. Navigation flow also opens path and the home center. Next, user searches pizza. User becomes key store search pizza. Next, goes to vendor home search results. Click user store. URL becomes key store menu, vendor menu, and this is how the page is working. We go to show the project, right? Uh, wait, again, start here. Mm, Now it's slowly connecting to the MongoDB. State is connected to the MongoDB. NPM Rundev it is connected to the local host 573. Website is showing. Website is welcome to delivery app. It stores the current Haliram. It is somebody anything difficult about the details. Already login, login, registration page. It is here and select Pani Puri, add to cart. Uh, Click here the cart I am using to use. Go to checkout. It goes to the payment. I already used it to use. Let's see. Everything shows how the payment use India and United States for payment. Using this you can pay and get the daily report. You do the internship is for 1 month. I learned many things about Nextpath and complete this internship and do this mentor and backend and learn many things. The internship about management weekly 3 weeks, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Thanks for your opportunity. Thank you.